I'm ready when you are.
I'm ready, man. Fuck it.
Juwan next to Don.
Except for my STEEZ, you know what's going on.
Yep. So, we bring you the round 9 recap. I be forgetting sometimes, bro. Where we at?
What week?
Yeah. This shit sleeping, flying by and shit. So,
yeah. I only know because I be having to go back right because it takes you to round 10 and you get.
Yeah. You got any major takeaways this round, bro? Anything that stood out?
Without getting too involved in the game, I'm just starting to learn the game more because these umpires be on some shit, boy. I'm starting to notice how sneaky the players are with getting like the in the back calls and the high tackles too. So I'm starting to learn that, and I'm starting to realize how players can act. Like I always knew they act like it, but I'm starting to see. Maybe it's because we play now. I think how folks be faking the handball and shit. It's just, oh man, I'm starting to see the flaws in the game, if you will.
So some major takeaways for me, bro. I think this round had some of the craziest goals of this season, in my opinion. 2 nutmegs in one round. I haven't seen a nutmeg until this round, so that shit was impressive. But yeah, other than that, we can go ahead and get into the games, bro.
First game we had Geelong on the road against St Kilda. To get into this game, I really didn't know what to expect out of Geelong. I've been expecting, high scoring and just composed ball movement. I thought they were gonna run over St Kilda like the whole game, but the St Kilda that showed up was an aggressive team that their tackles, they were sticking tackles, and it seemed like Geelong is pretty good at breaking tackles up until this point that I've noticed. But St Kilda gave them a fight early, but the whole game they just could not finish a goal at all. They were struggling to score. I think they did play pretty well, but I think they shot themselves in the foot, and to give themselves the best chance to win the game, you have to be accurate or be 25% more accurate than they were this game, and it was terrible for them, to be honest.
So, my opinion, the Saints actually like what I saw from the Saints this game. They played with a lot of defensive pressure, aggression. It's just they couldn't make their shots. They had so many opportunities. Max King, you missing easy shots, and then you just not even picking up the ball when it's bouncing around. That was
the goofiest shit. And he already got knocked out by a golf ball earlier. So.
Yeah. Also, this game we had what's bro name Zach
Tui.
Yeah, Zach Tui that had the 75 meter kick, or however long it was. I think that was just a guess. That's just what the commentator said. But he basically kicked it from right outside the goal square to past the center circle, and that's about the length of the football field if you don't know. And
he had a crazy after bounce too.
Yeah, and since we've been kicking the footy lately, bro, it's like. That shit doesn't even seem possible, bro. But he did that, and I don't see why it's not a more something that we see more players do to get the ball out of a tough situation.
It's got to be hard. It's got to be if you fuck it up, you just gonna look dumb as fuck. It's got to be because I don't fucking know, bro.
Oh man, but yeah, good win for Geelong. Saints, y'all got the talent. Y'all just gotta make the goals.
I wouldn't even really call it a good win for Geelong, to be honest. Seeing what you did to Richmond before. Granted, I guess any win is good. I definitely feel like there's more to improve on for Geelong.
Next game we got Sydney versus Collingwood.
Collingwood feeling good after beating a North squad that they whooped North's ass last week, and they came in this week, so. I expected them to be a little confident after they haven't had many wins this season. They did come out strong. They definitely came out tough. They showed the defensive pressure that I haven't seen from them this year.
That's the thing with Collingwood. They will always, the first quarter, they're going to come out tough, hard, aggressive.
Right.
Probably score the first goal, all that.
Mm-hmm. I think they did do good offensively. They usually do. I feel like they're not usually that good defensively or all around. I would say their back line, you know, when they're clicking, but like the midfields are buying to the defense. And but Sydney, the thing is, they didn't rattle Sydney though. Sydney looked composed through most of it. They weren't getting goals early, but the handball never really looked too sloppy to me throughout the whole game. So you kind of could tell. Well, I wouldn't say you could tell, but you wouldn't be surprised if they did kind of turn it around. If Collingwood did let up on the defensive pressure, that's exactly what they did, and Collingwood should regret that because Sydney does play most of the game, and they beat, like, out of the top 4 teams, they beat. I mean, I think the top 8, they beat most teams there, and so they show that they can beat good teams. And if you're gonna play below standard, you're not gonna beat Sydney.
Yeah. So Sydney really came out in the third, and also the sun was a big factor in this game. Depending on which side of the field you were on, the sun was going to be beaming in your eyes. But other than that, Sydney really had a strong second half of the game. Buddy Franklin came alive. He actually didn't come. So the game was kind of close, and then Buddy Franklin had an easy goal, and then he smacked the goal post. Like it was from a real close angle too. I don't know how to describe it in words. Right outside the goal square to the right.
Off the boundary, the left foot kick.
Yeah.
And another time you peeped when he was like on a fast break, whatever you want to call it, and he had the open goal and he passed
it. Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on with him.
I do think he's trying to get all the young guys involved.
Get your 1,000.
Yeah, he definitely should go for that. But he did make up for it later on in the game. I think he finished with 3 goals. But
it's good leadership quality from Buddy though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the Collywobbles, I don't know where they're going to be at towards the end of the season. It's looking like they're definitely going to be bottom tier.
I can't believe we lost to them, bro.
So next game we got Hawks versus North.
Oh, man. No, fucking Hawks, bro. I can't believe it.
North got their first win.
Fuck my tips up. Piece of shit.
Okay, so I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is, what, the 18th and the 17th team right now? I think, yeah, last week it was North and Collingwood was 18-17.
North just taking on
That was Hawks and North 18-17.
Oh, shit.
But, bro, this game looked like an 18-17 team, bro. This game looked just goofy. And it was really a game of capitalizing on the other team's mistakes.
Yep. I agree 100%.
And it just came down to the Hawks making more mistakes. Like, you can tell this isn't a high-tier game. Like, after watching, like, a Richmond game and you watch this, like, you would think this is AFL versus VFL type shit.
This was supposed to be the first game of the week.
And, but, hey, North came through this game. They finally stuck it through. They played a consistent game, and that's really what got them to the end of the game. They got them this dub, even though it was really just a 7-point game, so it was a close game from 2 trash teams. I can't. This is a game that's hard to watch, bro. I ain't gonna lie. All
right, so with this game, all right, given the reputations, boom. North will play, but then they'll play, but they're not quite good enough. Hawthorn won't play, so I should have known. And I'm gonna revisit the tip video because I think I said I wouldn't be surprised. But it was absolutely a possibility for North to win this game. They did win this game. I think CJ got hurt. He came back in the game. Just the fact that I backed my tip off of O'Meara coming back and Wingard playing. Okay, Wingard played great. He was involved in pretty much every scoring involvement, like in every scoring possession that they had on Hawthorn. So salute to him. He played his heart out. But Hawthorn as a whole was not doing much. Like, all right, Hawthorn, let me talk to you. Bro, these folks, all right, you remember how I said Davies Uniacke and Zerhar are 2 of the trashiest players in the league? Hawthorn made them look great. They both played good this game. Zerhar, he had some stupid ass shit he did. Matter of fact, hey, I gotta talk to you about that. But they both had moments where they both were doing good, and they usually just make bonehead mistake after mistake after mistake. But you made them look good. And I am happy for North for them to get their first win. It was on David Noble's birthday, I believe. The coach, it was his birthday that he got his first win. And after you could tell in the celebration that everybody, it meant a lot to the club as a whole. Everybody.
Bruh, they brought everybody in that celebration. The coach, the medic, and bruh, everybody that had anything to do with North, bro. They probably would have let some fans in if they got by, bro.
Probably, bro.
They was happy.
Come on, man. Come on.
They was happy about that win. No cap, bro. Biggest team chant circle I seen, bro.
Oh, and Jai Simpkin, he was one of the players who he stood out to me. I always noticed him, but I think he had a career best game this game. So, and I noticed when players have a good game in the AFL, it's definitely a momentum game with players too. They tend to play good the next week too. So I'm gonna be keeping an eye on him.
Next game we got Gold Coast Suns versus Brisbane Lions.
This was a very entertaining game though. I will say Brisbane had a lot of entertaining moments. Brisbane did.
Alright, to keep this sweet and short, this game was over pretty much after the first quarter. I think Brisbane had the first 3, Gold Coast had the second 3, and I don't think they had another goal till like late in the third, maybe the fourth.
It was over an hour.
Yeah, so Brisbane was really just doing their thing out there. Injured
and all. This game was pretty funny. It's just I was more entertained by the comedic moments of the game.
Definitely.
I'm gonna say one for you. The first one that was funny for me, bro, is when his name Dane Zorko. He was out there doing a free kick. He was doing a set shot, and then all of a sudden you hear, "Zorko is a wanker." That shit had me so weak. But he yelled that at the top of his lungs. What else happened, bro?
Hey, what is bro name? You know bro name?
That wasn't Gardner, Darcy Gardner? That wasn't him, was it?
I don't think so. Point is, Brad had got hurt on the play, dislocated his shoulder, like hurt, bro.
He's walking it off.
Like medics is holding one of helping. Bro, the medics is helping him walk off. He looking in his face, disappointed, in pain, grunted, bro. So you know AFL, you know footy. The game goes on. And people be taking a minute to get off the field sometimes, depending on where they get hurt at. So he was taking a stroll down the field. Look, ball still in play. The ball make it all the way back to where he at while he's still hobbling off the field, bro. This nigga did the most. The ball ended up right in front of him. He tried to kick that shit. He tried to kick that shit. And he missed, bro. But he didn't look too disappointed. He's like, fuck, I'm gonna just walk this shit off. Right? He missed it, just kept on walking. He's like, damn. Kept on walking.
Bro, that was probably the best moment of the game.
I think that was the funniest moment I've seen in the AFL so far.
It definitely was.
That shit had me so weak, bro. It's like he was so hurt. You could see how much pain he was in just from his eyes. But bro still tried to kick that footy.
Right in his head, all he was, for Brisbane! Oh man, that shit was funny, bro.
Yeah. Other than that, this game was just a whole ass whoop.
It pretty much was, to be honest with you. Next game we had Richmond at home versus GWS. One of the higher anticipated games that we both were, I think we can speak for both of us, we both were looking forward to this one.
I think this was the best game in the round in my opinion. Well, GWS came out hot. Like, so coming into this game, it's like Richmond versus GWS. I think most people have the idea in their head that Richmond is just on top. In my opinion, GWS is on the come up. I think y'all been hearing me, y'all been listening to these last few videos, bro. I've been going hard for GWS, and I think they really deserved it. I ain't gonna say they deserved it because they folded on themselves, but they definitely had the potential to win this. They had plenty of opportunities to win this game. It just didn't come through for them at the end. But both Greens went off, Toby Green and Tom Green. I think you've been waiting to see Tom Green do some shit.
Rising star.
Tom Green in that game. Jesse Hogan. Bro, just found out about bro last week, and bro's rookie player ain't been traded a few times. Finally made it to GWS. Finally got his game in. 4 goals first game. Then he turned up this game too, bro. Good Jesse Hogan on your super coach, bro.
You see him do the limp goal where he was fat. Kick that shit. He fought through the struggle, bro. Still fitness, young nigga.
But Richmond had Dusty, and Dusty turned up this game, bro.
Dusty had like 5 of the top 10 highlights this week, bro. Oh God.
Okay. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. Tom Lynch misses goals. Let's take that. Tom Lynch misses goals. Jack Rewalt was quiet for the first half, but he had like a decent ass mark this week. He had a nice ass. I think he had 2 nice ass marks. Or was that Lynch in front of the goal? Remember when Buddy had kicked it?
That was Lynch.
That was Lynch that caught that fall and that shit. And Rewalt had that ass shit. So they both were turning up. They had highlight moments. But Richmond just knows how to turn it on when they need to. That's what you like. I don't know. I don't want to say Richmond plays with people, but they definitely don't play their best. And I don't know if you want to call it pacing themselves, but they just know how to turn up the volume whenever they need to. And they didn't have Shea Bolt in this game. Toby Green got hurt. And Daniel Rioli, he made up for the week, the long week that he had in the media, and he had the game-winning goal actually. So it was really, this game was pretty entertaining. It was down to the wire. It wasn't a blowout, and then it was it low key was, but it never really is with Richmond.
Yeah.
And GWS did, like you said, they fumbled it at the end. They just had to finish the game strong. That's all you got to ask yourself. Finish the game strong. When you have a strong performance from Tom Green, the young players. When you have the young players turning up, you got to win this game for them. But hopefully this will learn a lesson for them, and they can take something from this game and go forward.
Yeah. I just want to say that goal by Dusty when it bounced.
Which one? The one going to this way or this way? All right, when he hit the cameraman?
Nah, not
okay.
The one where it was like 3 GWS players around the ball, and Dusty, he was coming in.
Oh, and he predicted the path?
Yeah, and the ball just bounced, and he knew where.
I don't know how he knew where it was going, bro.
Hey, if he can do that regularly, bro, Dusty would go, bro. Cause the ball tricked 3 whole GWS players.
And he knew where, and 3 players didn't know where it was going, but he did, bro.
Yeah, already was in kicking.
Already, bro.
Dusty different, bro.
Dusty different, bro. And like when he caught that ball and he did the little acceleration and kicked that bitch.
Oh, yeah.
That boy Dusty different, bro.
Yeah.
Dusty different.
Yeah.
Different Dusty.
All right.
Fuck Richmond though. What?
Next game we got Port versus the Bulldogs.
All right. This is another one I was looking forward to, man.
Facts.
Thought the Bulldogs came out pretty strong to begin the game. Let me stop spinning, bro. Bulldogs came out to strong to finish to start the game. I think Port, they came out and they responded the next quarter and were pretty dominant. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not high on Port for some reason, so I kind of expected Western Bulldogs to really turn up on them because I'm so high on their midfield. But it wasn't as I don't know, man, because Port is just so different because Charlie Dixon isn't playing his best. He's supposed to be the best player, in my opinion, to my knowledge. And he's not playing like that. So it's like, how good can Port really be? Because I'm not that high on him, and I haven't seen Charlie Dixon yet. Robbie Gray, he showed his ass this game. It's really tough for me to rate where Port is. Western Bulldogs, they did what I expected them to do. I expected them to finish the game strong. Port didn't finish the game strong. But I don't know, bro. Go ahead, bro. Port just...
All right, so with this game, this game is a hard game to talk about just because I really don't think either team played bad. I think the biggest goal difference, score difference, up to like the fourth quarter was just like 11 points.
It was.
So, like it was a close game, back and forth the whole time. Each team was basically doing what the other team was doing. It's just the Bulldogs came out better in the end. Like, it's really no salt on Port, really no salt. It is a little salt on Port just because they was at home. You got to do better for your home fans.
100%.
So, yeah, y'all, that's why I had y'all in my tips. Y'all didn't come through. But speaking of crazy goals, Robbie Gray had a nutmeg goal, fourth quarter. And I just found out what a nutmeg goal was this round. It's when you kick the ball between somebody's legs. Like,
went through Trelor's legs. He looked puzzled.
I was puzzled, bro. Like, that shit was...
It bounced and shit.
Shit was just unreal, bro. I don't even know how. Like, I didn't even comprehend that shit when I saw it either. Bro.
Nah, it was smooth, bro. It was like so smooth, and that ball is just it bounces so different. So it's even crazier than like any other sports ball in my opinion, because it's just so unpredictable. And then you do that with a footy going through somebody's legs, like this. Come on, bro. So next game we got is Essendon and Fremantle. We got Essendon at home. And speaking of, you said the last game, teams that played the same. I think Fremantle and Essendon, when they were playing early in the beginning of the game, they kind of were playing the same. They both were playing like the patient game, moving it back and forth, not knowing, kind of testing the defense. Essendon started pretty strong, and I was kind of surprised to see without Jake Stringer that they were able to do that. The game overall wasn't. If there was more scoring, I would have enjoyed this game more. But you know, with Freo, you're not going to get much scoring. You're going to get more behinds than anything. I noticed Freo's strength is their speed. Nat Fife is up to his usual antics, missing fucking goals. That boy sorry as hell. Another thing I feel like Zach Merritt, you know Zach Merritt, number 7, right? From Essendon. I noticed every game somebody goes at him. Last week it was Finlayson, and I forgot who it was that went at him this week. But I don't know if is he a dirty player? But people be trying to off him. Another thing I noticed, Darcy Parrish, he gets some numbers, but sometimes his handballs and his kicks might not be in the best to advantage, I guess you could say. So his efficiency isn't as good as his numbers really show.
He's still pretty young, ain't he?
Yeah, he's still pretty young. Yeah. But I was holding him up there with the higher, like Jack McRae and all that. But you might get them Supercoach numbers, man. You're doing that for me, but I'm starting to watch you in real life. You feel me? Nick Cox was a medical sub, so I was wondering what was going on with that. Maybe he's just young. They're not letting him play the whole game. They're trying to get a feel for some other players. Fremantle, I don't have much to say about them because they suck, man. Just Matt Taverner's pretty good. The Rory Lobb, he's the big guy, the weird-looking guy who was catching the mark target. But Freo didn't really do much, bro. He scored 61 points.
All right, so for me, I think this game has a lot of parallels with the Port and Bulldogs game. I think these were two very evenly matched teams, just on a lower tier. Like you said, Essendon came out hot. Tip and Woody came in. Tip did a few things this game, bro. First, Tip hit a disposal kick off his back, bro.
Yeah.
That shit was wild. And then Tip had that goal, hit the crazy bounce.
That was my goal of the week, in my opinion. I like that one.
I seen it. Right after the game, they interviewed me. He was like, "I didn't even do that on purpose. I was trying to get it to the teammate." But shit just be happening, bro. Ain't no way to tell how that shit gonna bounce most of the time.
Not at all.
Shit. Other than that,
my boy Mason Redmond had the goal where he did this again. He likes that shit. I'm gonna start expecting that every week.
Yeah, but this game was honestly a good battle back and forth, all the way to the end. Shit, really a goal and a point difference.
Yeah, Freo kind of
they lost
the effort at the end.
They folded. They had a chance. They folded.
They did. Once they got Essendon got the last point to seal it. It was a wrap.
Good shit, Bombers.
Nah. Oh, this a rival. Both our rivals playing.
Facts. So good shit, Bombers. All right, next game we got Melbourne versus Carlton. Hey,
go ahead, bro.
I'm just gonna say that Melbourne just looks like a more well-rounded team, bro. They are the number 1 team in the league. I just don't see them getting beat right now. 9-0 to start the season, and this game is so unpredictable. To come out this strong in this type of sport, I gotta give you that respect. I didn't think Carlton was gonna be able to do it. Yeah, Melbourne proved it. Kazi Pickett, he had a 5 goal, but he snitched on himself. He said the goal was touched right before. He's the one that called, the touch behind.
It was gonna call it anyway.
I don't know. It didn't look like. Anyway.
It's not a laughing matter.
But Carlton didn't look bad. I really think Carlton can compete with a top tier team, just not the top at the moment. Really.
I don't know what the fuck you was watching, but we did not look good. Fuck. All right, let me stop. All right. Melbourne, bro. All praise to Melbourne. 9-0. Last time they were 9-0, they won a premiership. I think every time they was 9-0, they won a premiership. So salute to y'all. Jake Lever had an excellent game. Was just spoiling everything, bro. It's just this game was just. It was just a matter of class, bro. There was just a difference in class. We're not able to keep up with them. They buy in as a team. They play together. We don't. They have the numbers on defense. Anytime you are in their defensive 50 and your own 450, I was not confident because they have all those numbers back every time. But Eddie Betts had made some magic off a defensive play inside the 450. I think Salem had to try to do some handball. Eddie smacked that shit down.
He tried to
kick the goal.
Bitch.
Yeah, he tried to do some shit.
That was a good ass smother. I think he just called it smother type shit.
Mm-hmm. So salute to Eddie. Eddie's playing harder than some of the younger cats on this Carlton team. There was a lot of disappointment though. I was disappointed in a lot. Liam Stalker had his first AFL goal, and literally like 2 players came to celebrate with him, bro. Saad really just looked at that man. I was like, Saad, what the fuck, bro? Like, are you serious? Like, shout out to Ed Colonel and I think Harry Mackay, whatever you want to call him. Those two were the main 2 that gave him love, bro. And I was like, damn, bro. That would be low key. I would feel some type of way going into the locker room. We got smacked. This is my first goal. I seen you show love to other people or whatever. Like when we're down, we're supposed to still be up. You feel me? So that was hella disappointing. Cripps, I did not like what I seen from Cripps this game at all. He just looked bad, bro. Like, oh man. Walsh did some fire ass behind the back handball. That shit was fire. But overall, I just didn't like it. Eddie gave a good effort, but you can't expect Eddie at his age to be carrying us the whole game. Like, so what you get from Eddie, you have to take it and be like, okay, boom, what are we gonna add on to this? Harry got hurt, and he thugged it out. Okay, all right, matter of fact, before I even go there, Cunningham ruptured his fucking ACL. Like first couple minutes of the game, boom, he's out. Medical sub use. McKay fucks his shoulder up. Thugging it out the whole game with a bum shoulder. So shout out to you. I got a lot more respect for you this game. And he still scored 3 goals. So, but at the end of the day, we gotta do better than this, man. Like we can't compete with them boys. Like if anybody plays, oh man, yeah, they didn't even play their best. Kazi Pickett, he had a couple little moments in the game, but he didn't. I've seen him have way more impact on previous games in the season. So a lot of our shit was just kick it to Harry, and we definitely need more forwards. We need more forwards, Charlie. We need you, and we need anybody who's willing to jump up. Casbolt, no. Next game.
Ben was talking that shit, bro.
Ben was talking that shit. Fuck Ben.
Alright, the last game of the round, we got West Coast Eagles versus the Adelaide Crows. West Coast Eagles all day, every day, you know that.
Adelaide played surprisingly more decent than I thought they would. I think West Coast still outclassed them. West Coast just had a multitude of goals this game. They had, like we said, Dusty had decent highlights. West Coast themselves were really just putting on a highlight clinic with goals. Josh Kennedy was just going down. Jack Darling was going down. He went down the whole second quarter, like 5 goals in like 17 minutes. Waterman played pretty good, but Phil Thorpe had a couple of little moments for Adelaide, but they can't finish a game out. They're not going to put together the whole game, and I learned that, and I've already come to accept that, so there was no chance that they were really going to beat West Coast, and I was never confident in that. So shout out to West Coast, still doing it undermanned. There's not really much to say besides Jack Darling. Fuck around, fuck them boys up.
Alright, so first of all, shout out to number 32 on the Crows. I forgot to look up Brett's name, but he definitely turned up. He was a beast out there.
Which one was he?
Right, he had a. I remember him. He had a nice ass spin off. He put one of my niggas on the ground. He's just. God, I'm gonna look up his name afterwards. Shane McAdam had a nice mark on us. He was out there.
And that defensive play too, my bad.
Yeah, for sure. But we had Oscar Allen back at forward because McGovern was back. We just had too many weapons, bro. We have too much offensive talent on our team. It's almost a hindrance because I feel like we definitely need more help on the back end. But anybody can score on our team. And then we're trying to keep players that are just started scoring active. Jermaine Jones still got a goal this game. Who else still had a goal?
Archie had one?
Archie had a goal this game. I think Cripps had.
Waterman.
Right.
Cripps goal nice.
West Coast, like, we just got to keep this up. We got to keep this up anywhere we go. And Jack Darling, look, I know you good to drop one easy marking game, bro. You still gonna score. You definitely good to drop it, but yeah, you put in work.
This shit was fire, bro.
I trust the ball. Anytime Jack Darling got the ball, bro, I trust him. Whatever he do, whatever dumb shit he do, I feel the same way about him too, bro. But Jack Darling had a nutmeg goal, bro. Right? I don't even know what he was thinking, why he even kicked the ball low at all. Like, it definitely looked like he accidentally did it, but it just went right through bro legs.
That could have been bad, bro.
That shit was so good, bro. But yeah, shout out to West Coast, bro. Y'all, we just need to do this against a good team, bro. We doing all this work against 9 important teams, but we need to do this against one of these top 4 teams on the ladder right now.
Right.
Sure.
So one thing I did, pretty much y'all have what we need for us, bro. But I will say, as far as y'all go, I will say, last 2 weeks y'all had a slower start. So, but it's sorrier teams. Granted, I don't know if y'all just taking them lightly, but when it comes to Melbourne and shit like that, I hope y'all don't do the slow starts.
Yeah.
But speaking of, you said defend off too. Did you see Harris Andrews from Brisbane, bro? Put bro on the ground. He did this stiff arm. He put that bro on the floor, bro. I fuck with Harris Andrews, bro. He put bro on the floor and then he caught a mark and then intercept mark and then caught that shit with one hand and really was just kind of looking at it, bro. Like, I fought with Harris Andrews, bro. Peep the highlight video. You'll see both of them shits in the highlight video.
Oh, but he had a nice little mark too, where he had fingered off, he had pushed off, bro, and then caught it with one hand, bro. Yep. That shit was right. Bro, he had did that on. He was just looking like, how the fuck do you catch that, bro? Like, that was dumbfounded, bro.
That shit be crazy, bro. I fought with Harris Andrews, but Harris Andrews, I think Ben King got his ass a couple times though. Ben King got his dumb ass. You know, he didn't even. That's the thing. Like Brisbane, they could be playing better too, because you let the skinny ass Ben King get you.
I don't think we said it on camera, bro. Who's the better twin, Ben or Max?
Oh my god. I'm really not too high on either one of them at this point. I was more excited just because they're twins, but they both kind of suck, to be honest. I guess you have to go Ben right now. I like Max better. I think when he gets the goals, if he gets the goals around, he'll be better, but Ben just go up soft, bro.
So the way I see it, Max is a better marksman, if you will, and Ben is a better goal kicker. But Max has more potential, bro. Once Max starts hitting those goals, I think he's gonna be a problem just with how dominant he is when he's in a mark contestation.
Mm-hmm. I'll be interested to see if this is the position that they both stay at. And also, like, do they stay the same size? Is one gonna get bigger, one gonna get smaller?
Yes.
I think that would be very interesting because, like, I don't know how both the McKay twins started. They be talking shit. I like their rivalry, bro.
What Ben said, Casbo was y'all best forward, bro?
Yeah, bro. Bro, they said something about who's gonna be checking. Will Ben McKay be checking? Who will he be checking the game? And he said, "Well, I'm gonna grab the best forward, so I'll probably Levi Casbolt." After my boy played with a bum shoulder, had 3 goals, bruh. Casbolt didn't have more goals than him. And you remember the shit on Twitter when Harry had said on Ben's debut, he was like, he said, great first game, and he posted a picture of Burnett on the stretcher laying out. Ben was laid out, and Ben said, "How many AFL games have you won?" I like their rivalry, bro.
Yeah, bro.
So I'm looking forward to that North game. Fucking win it. You better fucking win.
Shit, but that's about it for this week, bro.
I think we pretty much touched base on everything.
Yeah.
Carlton, better.
Yeah, so like, comment, subscribe. Link's gonna be probably everywhere, all over, and in the description for the important shit.
You already know, man. You know what to check out, man. We know y'all thorough. Y'all check us out everywhere, man.
Goddamn. Till next time.
Oh, no, I'm not do that shit.
I get it.